If you think the Mediterranean diet is just olive oil, tomatoes, and fish, you're missing the part that actually makes it work. Because here's the uncomfortable truth: you can copy every perfect Mediterranean recipe, track every macro, buy the fanciest extra virgin olive oil, and still not get the results people in Mediterranean regions seem to get. Not because you're doing it wrong, but because what keeps them vibrant isn't only what's on the plate. It's what surrounds the plate. It's the way they eat, the way they move, the way they rest, and the way they stay connected to other human beings daily, naturally, almost without thinking. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, because the real Mediterranean secret is a lifestyle that quietly protects the body from the slow drain of modern living: stress, isolation, sedentary routines, rushed eating, and constant mental noise. So today we're going beyond food. We're going to unpack the hidden Mediterranean habits most people ignore, yet these habits may be the real reason so many people there keep their energy, their appetite for life, and their health for decades. And the best part is you don't need to move to a coastal village to start, you just need to rebuild a few daily rhythms your body has been craving all along. Most people treat the Mediterranean diet like a shopping list: olive oil, nuts, legumes, vegetables, whole grains, fish, a little wine. That part matters, sure, but focusing only on ingredients is like believing a great marriage is just about buying the right ring. It's not the ring, it's the relationship. Mediterranean longevity isn't just a diet, it's a relationship with time, a relationship with food, a relationship with movement, a relationship with rest, and a relationship with people. That's why someone can eat healthy foods inside a stressed, rushed, isolated lifestyle and still feel drained, while someone else eats simple food slowly with laughter, walks every day, rests without guilt, stays socially anchored, and somehow looks and moves younger than their age. So let's break it down into the real pillars, starting with something so basic we forget it's powerful: the table. In many Mediterranean cultures, meals are not just fuel, they're an event. Not a performance, not a photo shoot, not a quick bite standing at the counter, an actual moment where life slows down and the nervous system gets a signal modern people rarely receive anymore: you are safe. When you sit and share a meal, especially with someone you care about, your body shifts. Your breathing deepens, you chew more slowly, digestion works better, stress hormones drop, and your brain stops screaming for quick dopamine. That isn't just a nice feeling, it's biology. Chronic stress changes the way you process food, the way you store fat, the way you sleep, and even the way you experience hunger. In a stress state, people eat faster, chew less, and don't notice fullness until it's too late, then they blame willpower. But the problem was never willpower, the problem was the environment their body was trapped in while eating. Mediterranean meals often create the opposite environment: slower pace, more conversation, more pauses, more savoring, and when you eat that way, your brain has time to register satisfaction. That's why mindful eating isn't a trendy phrase, it's an appetite regulator your body already knows how to use when you let it. Now compare that to the modern habit: eating while scrolling, eating while working, eating while watching something intense. The nervous system stays switched on, and when it's switched on, your body doesn't prioritize digestion, it prioritizes survival. So here's a Mediterranean upgrade you can start today that has nothing to do with food swaps: a few times a week, make one meal screen-free. No phone, no TV, no scrolling. Just you, your food, and if possible another person. If you live alone, you can still do this: set the table like it matters, sit down, slow your pace, actually taste your food. Don't underestimate what that does over time, because when you eat like a human again, your body starts acting like one. The next hidden habit is rhythm, and this is where modern life loses people. Traditional Mediterranean living often follows a daily ebb and flow: activity then rest, movement then stillness, sunlight then shade, social time then quiet. One of the most misunderstood symbols of this rhythm is the siesta. People joke about it like it's laziness, but longevity isn't built on hustle, it's built on recovery. Your body doesn't get stronger when you push, it gets stronger when you recover from pushing, and modern culture tries to remove recovery by teaching people to feel guilty for resting, to rest only when they collapse. Mediterranean rhythms often include small pockets of recovery before collapse ever happens, and it's not always a full nap, it can be a pause, a slower afternoon, a short rest after lunch, a moment where the nervous system comes down. When the nervous system comes down, the body repairs, inflammation settles, heart rate lowers, the brain clears, and sleep later improves because the system isn't overloaded. So if you want to borrow this habit without changing your entire life, start small. After lunch, instead of launching straight into your most stressful tasks, give yourself 10 quiet minutes. No screens, no news, no doom scrolling, just a reset. Breathe, sit outside, close your eyes, or take a short walk. The point isn't the nap, the point is the signal: I'm not being chased. Right next to rest is something even more powerful than exercise, and this is the part most people miss when they romanticize Mediterranean health. Many people there don't rely on intense gym sessions, they move in ways that don't feel like workouts. They walk, they climb stairs, they go to markets, they carry groceries, they cook, they clean, they garden, they visit people. It's not extreme exercise, it's constant gentle activity, and the body responds incredibly well to it because humans are built for frequent movement, not occasional punishment. If you sit for 10 hours and then do 30 minutes of exercise, your body still spends most of its day stiff, compressed, and low energy. But if you build movement into your day, joints stay lubricated, circulation stays active, muscles stay awake, blood sugar behaves better, posture improves, and mood lifts. That's why one of the simplest Mediterranean habits you can steal is the daily stroll, not power walking for steps, not punishing cardio for calories, a stroll for your nervous system. 10 to 20 minutes a day consistently changes how your body feels, because it's not only what walking does to muscles and joints, it's what walking does to the mind, especially outdoors where light, air, and movement combine into a reset. In many longevity regions, people don't separate health from life. Health is built into life. And that brings us to the most underrated longevity habit of all, the social fabric. Most people underestimate how deeply social health affects physical health. They think loneliness is just an emotion, but loneliness is also a biological stress state. When connection is missing, the body interprets it as danger, stress hormones rise, inflammation can rise, sleep gets worse, appetite changes, motivation drops, and over time vitality fades. But when you have real connection regularly, your body behaves differently, you calm down, you laugh more, you have reasons to move, reasons to eat better, reasons to wake up with purpose. Traditional Mediterranean culture often includes built-in connection, neighbors talk, families share meals, people visit each other, and elders aren't pushed aside, they're woven into daily life. Intergenerational contact keeps older adults engaged, gives them roles and purpose, and gives younger people stability and perspective. Modern life often strips this away, people move frequently, families scatter, meals become solo, and the result isn't just sadness, it can be a slow decline in physical and mental resilience. So if you want a Mediterranean longevity upgrade that has nothing to do with food, it's this: build your village. That doesn't mean becoming extroverted overnight, it means creating stable points of connection. One weekly meal with someone, one consistent call, one regular walk with a friend, one community group, even a simple habit like chatting with a neighbor. These small connections add up because your body is not designed to be isolated. This is why focusing only on diet is incomplete. What you eat matters, but how you live determines whether your body can use what you eat. A stressed, isolated body processes food differently than a connected, calmer body. A sedentary body responds differently than an active one. A sleep-deprived body craves differently than a rested one. So the Mediterranean way is really a philosophy: slow down, eat with people when you can, move daily in gentle, consistent ways, rest without guilt, and stay socially anchored. Now let's make it practical, because you don't need to copy a whole culture, you just need to integrate a few powerful pieces into your own life. Start with one meal a day that you slow down, not every meal, just one. Sit down, remove the screens, chew longer, taste your food, give your brain time to register satisfaction. Add one short walk after lunch or dinner is perfect, not for performance but for circulation, digestion, posture, and calm. Add one micro rest in the afternoon, even 10 minutes, because recovery is not optional for longevity. And strengthen one connection, one person at a time, because your village is built through small repeated moments, not grand plans. When you do these things, something interesting happens. Eating well becomes easier because stress drops, digestion improves because you're not eating in a survival state, energy stabilizes because you're moving daily, and you start feeling younger not because you found a magic ingredient, but because you rebuilt the environment your body thrives in. That's the hidden Mediterranean secret. It's not a product, it's not a hack, it's a way of living that quietly produces health as a side effect. And if you adopt even part of it, you'll feel the shift steadily, realistically, and in a way you can actually keep. If you want more simple, realistic longevity strategies like this in movement, energy, posture, strength, and daily habits that work after 50, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ageless Vitality Secrets, at https://www.youtube.com/@aglssvitalitius and join a community of people who refuse to fade with age.